welcome back to the Doughnut Podcast. This is unfortunately our last ever episode. I tried to bring everyone who has ever participated into this last episode to end the whole thing with a bang, but unfortunately a few people weren't able to join today. But we got 3 people plus me. You want to say hi?
Hello.
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 Yeah, so we got a lot of topics today, so I guess we could start with the first one. Have you guys ever looked into artificial intelligence or art generators and stuff like that?
I have. We
Same here.
We use ChatGPT a lot on my school. Like for most assignments, we use it to get inspiration and sometimes we just use it to write the whole assignment.
No way.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, even
Are
our English teacher actually talked about it with us, and she was like, "You're allowed to use it. Just know that you might get a bad grade for getting the same as everybody else."
Oh man.
It's very interesting.
For actually programs like Turnitin.com, those programs that check if you actually did it correctly, they're actually starting to scan for that right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so my government teacher was talking about it when we were doing this moot court thing. She was like, "Yeah, by the way, if you try using ChatGPT, the program will know and you will get a bad grade."
But isn't there? I heard about another AI program that can prevent all those things, for other programs to detect it.
Oh,
I
man.
haven't heard.
It's like
I saw
cat and mouse chase.
I saw a TikTok about it. I don't know if it's real though.
Yeah, it's very important to get your information.
Yeah. Well, what I'm more concerned about is those AIs that are supposed to generate images.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, art
Yeah, it's kind of really bad timing for me because I used to study computer science, but then I was like, let me change my program. And then last autumn, I decided to study more in the art department. But a few months later, I looked into these AI art generators, and I was like, "Rah, this computer, am I gonna get replaced by computer?"
Oh yeah, they have some really good. Some of the programs are really really good, but
They're impressive, that's for sure.
yeah, there's some things that they can't get right. They don't know how to make fingers, I think, and
That's
they also, yeah, they some of the stuff looks like dreams, like a fever dream or something.
Yeah, I get what you mean by that. I mean, one of the things that I am noticing though is that it's starting to improve even on those. There's some guy who got bored and started randomly generating furry porn via it, and honestly, half of it looked impressive enough that you could probably tell you probably wouldn't be able to tell it was AI in the first place.
And
What did you generate?
I don't know.
What did
you generate?
I don't think you should
We're
elaborate.
gonna get him demonetized.
Okay.
I don't think you should elaborate in that.
Jesus Christ! All right. Yikes.
Let's just put it here.
Moving on.
Some racy things.
But just a couple of years ago, I tried some AI image generators a few years ago, and they were really bad. It would just generate gibberish. And now, just a few years later, they've become actually pretty competent, and it can manage to generate interesting things. Imagine how they're going to evolve in a couple of years. That's are they going to become even more perfect?
I think they will. I think they
wasn't
will
there
very much.
a thing the Supreme Court recently that was about AI art in general? I remember reading about that, but I don't know if it's
Is it about copyright?
I think so.
I think it was whether someone could file a someone could make like generate art on like with the AI art thing, and then
Oh, wait, claim it's theirs.
the what?
Well, no, hold on, never mind. Continue on. Sorry.
Yeah, so basically, it's someone wanted to own the copyright of like art they generated from like an AI art program, but then like the court was like, you can't own that because you didn't put enough what was it?
Effort.
Yeah, you didn't. There was not enough input on your part. It's just the computer generated. But it, like, I guess the court ruled that inputting keywords wasn't enough, like input in your part, so you couldn't own the copyright.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that could be a good thing for like real artists because that copyright and stuff. But then because like it's because what do you consider as like sufficient like input? Like if you put the AI generated art into like Photoshop and just like change the saturation by 1%, is that enough input? Like I don't think there's enough.
I assume there's like a basis for how the U.S. like determines that because usually when it's also the Supreme Court, they usually have like an entire like background, like precedents and stuff. And the fact that they like, I'm pretty sure there is a precedent before this that have the exact same thing. Because I bet you there's probably some copyright like issue that has happened before where it got ruled in this way, and there's probably like a test or something now that like determines, oh, when is it like enough effort to be considered.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't looked into it that much, despite having to do my mock court.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like the future is going to be very uncertain for like a lot of things because of AI.
I mean, obviously the future was uncertain regardless. You can add one more variable to the mix.
So, any other comments on AI?
I think it's dangerous.
Oh, it's dangerous?
Well, I mean, a lot of jobs will be replaced by a robot.
Yeah, that's one of the concerns many people have.
Do you, like usually like for those people who like who think more think about it, like every single like major event in history, like the car, and factories and stuff. Usually, like people would say, "Oh, I kind of ruin like the jobs of like certain people," but
Hello?
I think
Hello?
he
Did
his
you get
mic
disconnected? Oh no. I don't know if you can hear us, but your mic is dead. I don't know if something happened.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and on that topic, there. I don't know if like it makes any sense, but in the art world, there's been like when the camera was invented, for photography, some people are like, oh no, art is gonna what artists are gonna suffer, but then people started to make paint like because like before a lot of the paintings were like realistic paintings, but then people decided to express themselves like in other ways, like not necessarily like realistic, like I don't know, like surrealism or like something that's not like real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They created more genres. Like
Yeah.
I forgot what that guy was called who made all that like absurd art.
Wait, I will be right back.
All right.
Goodbye.
So essentially, like my point is every on the history of the recent history of art, I guess every time there's been some technological
Yeah.
evolution, like I don't know, like Photoshop or something or CGI. It's never like artists didn't like vanish, but I think it might be different with AI because at this point it's the computer. The computer's going to do the entire process.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. So, yeah.
But yeah, I feel like since a lot of corporations want to control everything, so they will do everything in their power to like.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I got disconnected. I'm back. So.
All right, I'll start from the top. Like a lot of corporations want to control everything in terms of that, so they will do everything in their power to eliminate jobs so they can make more money.
Automation.
Even though most of these big CEOs never spend their money, they're always living these boring lifestyles.
Yeah.
Well, it's true.
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked into see.
Well, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg is a perfect example.
Ooh, yeah.
How do you think that they can control people with AI?
On terms of control, I mean, like if they want, they can use AI to replace your job. Like if they want,
that way, and that way.
like they'll do anything to make stockholders or the board happy.
Mm-hmm. Zeno, are you alive?
And plus, now, like I don't know if you guys heard, but Elon Musk has made robotic wives.
Robotic, like for marriage, or
like you can actually like have like a wife who's a robot.
You can buy or something.
Yeah, you can buy it.
So it's like a robotic girlfriend or something.
Yeah, so basically human trafficking.
Oh, you're back.
There.
Hello.
So for some reason,
really crazy.
my voice like program decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to disconnect right now. You fine with that?
Sucks.
Cool. Anyway, what I wanted to get back to the whole like what I was saying earlier with the job replacement thing.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the idea of innovation has always been like we take away jobs from some people, but it creates more jobs in the process. For example, with the car, we replaced out the horse breeders and the horse like carriage drivers, but in exchange we got car manufacturers, we got taxi drivers. It removed some jobs, but it created a ton more because you need the material needed to create cars is much bigger than creating, say, a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can't really create a horse, but that's, you get what I mean.
So
However, with AI, things are different. Because AI doesn't make new jobs. You don't need like entire hundreds of people to help run a single AI. You only need like, someone who can maintain the servers, somebody who can like moderate the AI, and like then whatever else you need to support those people. You don't need hundreds and hundreds of manufacturers to constantly, for example, build stuff.
Yeah, good point.
You just need an overseer and back to I think it was Ruby who had the idea of like corporations using it in their advantage.
Yeah.
There's also the other idea of the fact that AI can be used for media. For example, you can it still sucks, but it's gonna improve AI generating videos.
Oh, I've seen that.
Like, okay, sure, like the Will Smith video that's been tossed around of him eating spaghetti. That's absolutely terrible. But that's the beginning. That's the same as what we saw years ago with art.
What was the video?
It was like it's like really like it took a whole bunch of stock photos of like a dude eating spaghetti and combined it with Will Smith and they tried making it animated and it looked absolutely it looked like you were on like it or something, and yeah, it wasn't too good. But that's the beginning.
I'm kind of. I don't know why people are not more concerned about. Have you ever seen those videos of the presidents playing Minecraft together?
Oh my god, I hate those videos.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
You can like fake audio, and it sounds pretty good to me, at
I
least.
agree.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't get why people are not more concerned about that, like in particular.
Yeah, I mean that was one thing that was gonna raise the fact that you can like deepfake anybody's voice as long as you had enough audio clips of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then on top of that, you can generate images that could cause massive panics. Like there was actually recently a giant Wall Street shock because somebody had posted like a bunch of Russian journalists. Doughnut, your mic's dying, or your Wi-Fi. I can't tell. One of the two.
I think it's his Wi-Fi.
Anyway, I was saying,
McDonald's Wi-Fi.
there was a video, not a video. There was an image being circulated on Russian media websites of the Pentagon being hit by a missile. Like, it was burning up, and that actually caused a giant shock in U.S. stock prices because everybody thought it actually happened for a bit.
Really?
And then it turned out to be fake, and the market came back normal. But that's still like a major concern because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine like if someone got framed for something that they didn't do, and they deepfaked a video and everything. How can you prove? How can you prove any of that? Like, if there's like visual evidence or whatever.
I mean, I guess that's one thing you can start like. The U.S. can start doing right now is that's starting to train people to like learn the like intricacies of AI, like like handwriting experts, for example, who can tell like the differences in like a minute differences in handwriting. Like you don't really like. I like this video like some dude who like wanted to make like fake handwriting using a robot, and well, he sent it to a handwriting expert, and while it was like. To a normal eye, it looks real. To the expert, he could tell like, oh shit! There goes my headset. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
The minute he could tell like the minute difference, like the minute like copy, like even though it was like being like generated on the fly, you can still tell like the little differences that like maybe like this is obvious that it's all done like either the same person or the same robot.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't understand like how you can tell the difference between people's like handwriting.
It's very intricate. It's like you have to tell like patterns that you see like the more you like learn about it.
Yeah.
Maybe like every job you like learn the specifics, and you start like just seeing it.
Huh. I'm guessing. These new technologies are going to make disinformation campaigns like much more accessible to everyone. Because before, if you wanted to, create disinformation or something, you needed like skills like I don't know, Photoshop skills or whatever. But now it's like everyone has access to these tools for free. So
almost free. There's like two other things I want to say. First off, I like what you're saying about the disinformation thing. I honestly think we're at the end of a certain kind of psychological warfare. And that is, do you remember the video of, what was the Ukrainian president name?
Volodymyr Zelensky?
Yeah, him. So there's a video, in the earlier phases of the Ukrainian-Russian war, there's a video of him like, in the front lines and walking around. And that was an actual video.
Yep.
And then recently there was a video of Putin walking around in one of the occupied regions. And if you stop the video, you would notice that he walked different than Putin, and his face would be a little bit too long.
Oh.
And it was kind of obvious that was a mask.
Okay, it's a fake video.
Yeah, so it was a guy wearing a mask, but the question is that the last time we're gonna like is this the last time we're gonna see something like that? You know, mass, like recording from different angles from far away. It's never like that. Because now that AI video is getting good, couldn't those people, instead of like having to get somebody out, like a bunch of people flown out there to like act it out, could they just AI generate it?
Interesting.
Just get photos of the place, you know, photos of people, and just generate a video based on that.
I mean, that's going to take a lot of time for that to be to like implement that.
Yeah, but it's you know, a little like interesting idea. Is that the last thing we're gonna see of
The last
that?
of practical.
The last of practical effects. Yes.
Probably not, because obviously not everything can be replaced by AI. There is some effort, creativity, which AI lacks, which is something AI can't feel. Sense of creativity.
Yeah, true.
Like emotions?
Well, no, like for example, like if you want to make like a video like your own way, you need to be creative, whereas AI will just do what you program it to do.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Like if I want to make like a story, I have to use my brain. I can't just have AI do everything for me. It can't know and feel what I want the story to be, or how I want a drawing to be.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because if we become too dependent on AI, it's gonna be like a big problem.
Yeah, like what's the point of doing anything when the AI does everything for us?
Which is why when earlier Nullerman said about ChatGPT being used for school, I highly condemn that, because that also affects the students' creativity to actually do hard work.
Oh yeah, I very much agree. I very much agree.
Because I can tell you in college, I had to write an essay. I managed to write 4,000 words, and that was too hard work. If I had ChatGPT, it would not be like satisfactory.
Yeah. Well, another problem with the chatbots is if everybody uses these chatbots, then all of the assignments will look the same. So it will be very, very easy to tell that you've used it.
Yeah. Which is, you know, one of the many signatures that you could they could tell, like an AI analyst could be able to tell.
Well, the other thing is that whenever we write, it's in Danish, and the AI isn't like exactly like made for Danish, so it gets like minor issues here and there. So our teachers can also tell that.
Sorry, some papers failed.
It's quite simple. You just write everything in English. English becomes the new main language of the world. It's, you know, just that easy.
I don't think you can just say that. I don't think my Danish teacher will be happy if I wrote my assignment in English. I think I'll get a big old F.
That reminds me, I think Google, they announced that they were going to implement something in Gmail where you would be able to have an AI assist you in writing emails. But if everyone were to use these tools and just use an AI that could look through like your old emails and figure out the context and all that and write stuff for you, if everyone does that, then it's going to be AI talking to AI. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not gonna feel like, for example, like an actual interaction. Like if I email you like to ask about work or about like an assignment, it's actually like a genuine interaction.
Question.
Yeah, or question. Because the problem is that like human beings become too over reliant on technology. They tend to become more dumb.
Yeah.
Because go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I don't think it's necessarily dumb. I just think we get more lazy. That's more
True.
it. But continue.
But yeah, I feel like it also will like deteriorate our creativity to like create something, because obviously like we've seen great people create things and they did not have all the tools. They used their brain, which is probably our biggest asset.
I mean, like, what is it? Gmail already has something like that. It was called predictive text, but it wasn't like writing out everything. But often predictive text is like one of the funny things because I remember like seeing some Google engineer got like told that he's like the programming used in the predictive text was used by like someone's dad to like figure out what he should do with like stuff. He would just type it in and hit tab and see what would pop up.
Bruh.
But I mean, I guess that's one way to do it.
Basically, like Apple's autocorrect, if anyone remembers that.
Oh my god, it gets me all the time.
Yeah.
Samsung has started to do that too, which gets annoying.
What is that thing? I haven't used an Apple device since iOS 6.
Basically, like autocorrect was like, for example, if you if you make like a mistake, then
It'll correct you.
yeah, but
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes.
but most of the time it would do it backwards, where it became more or less like a living hell.
Oh.
Yeah, it would like create mistakes instead.
Which was annoying.
For me, it one of the kind of neat things about like the Apple like programming thing, like not Apple programming thing, Apple like predictive text slash like autocorrect, it tries to learn from you. So like example, some words that like normally you wouldn't like see written in certain ways. Like for example, when I'm chatting with somebody and I use my sort of slang, it learns my slang. However, it'll learn my mistakes too. It'll push that as the normal way to say it, which is annoying because I'll be like, oh yeah, let me type this correctly, and it'll be like, oh, you mean this, and then it'll put the completely incorrect spelling of the word that I kept doing earlier. I'm like, no.
Oof. Yeah, I get that could be annoying.
But yeah, I feel that AI should be used as like a tool and not as a way to like rely on it completely, where like you basically start trying to create something.
Yeah, and I also think that you should start to like, for example, like before using tools like I don't know a GPS, maybe you should like learn how to use a map first or something. Like just learn the basics before you just go and rely on
Yeah.
AI. That makes any sense?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And I would encourage that schools start like restricting open AI to be accessed. Like you know how like the school's internet like denies like certain websites that you can't go to.
It's very
Yeah,
banned.
like,
It's very banned at my high school.
Oh, damn.
Like you
That's
really
a good
cannot access any. Yeah, you can't access it, which kind of sucks because I had some like Persona lore written down on it at some point, and I was trying to check it with I talked about it with a friend. It wouldn't let me because I couldn't actually access the website.
Damn.
Well,
Ouch.
can't you just use a mobile hotspot for your phone instead?
Yeah, true. I could have done that. I don't know if does ChatGPT actually support like the website actually support mobile because usually those sort of websites
No,
just don't.
But you
Just
can like share your mobile data with your computer.
Oh yeah, true. I didn't think about that.
That's what
Dude,
we
but-
used to do when we were like in like the smaller grades. When the school banned all the games we could like play flash games and whatnot on, we would use our phones instead for like the mobile hotspot because some of the people had like free data or whatever.
I use a proxy, but then the IT, I don't know, the IT was weird back in secondary school. Like they restricted like access to like Opera because I downloaded Opera and then I was like, oh look, there's a proxy service on Opera, and I was able to bypass everything, and then they just blocked me access to Opera.exe. I couldn't run that anymore.
For me, I had something similar. They blocked Discord. Like I bring my own laptop to school because I don't like the Chromebooks. And one of the things I noticed that I had Discord downloaded on my laptop, and for whatever reason, they had figured out how to block Discord from connecting to the
Oh,
Like
internet.
the app
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. So every time I open my computer and I log in, it would just go pop and say, fail to update, retrying in 3, 2, 1. Fail to update, restarting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and it just keeps doing that until you close the app.
Awesome.
Even
No, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
so in my trade school where I had to go to for the time being when I failed a subject, you couldn't access any social media.
Damn.
At all?
Nope. Like the Wi-Fi restricted any source of social media. You can only watch YouTube or do
Damn.
like basic Google search.
Wow.
I have yet to at my current school. I have yet to have any access blocked on anything. I don't know if that's good or
Obvi-
not.
Well, obviously, like college is different from trade school because obviously they treat it as high school.
Okay.
What is grade school? I don't know if we have that over here.
Oh, trade school. Like basically,
Yeah.
if you wanna not go to college, you can just learn like mechanic or learn a new language.
So you only learn like one subject, or
Well, you can take multiple if you want to, if you
ah?
can handle it.
Yeah, sounds right.
Do you have to go to college to become a mechanic over there?
Well, no, in trade school, you can just get like a degree like for 6 months, like 6 month course. Like, it depends on the subject.
It's very confusing, the different like education systems. I think it's very different from like
Yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah, it's a big source of confusion sometimes.
Yeah. How does your like education system? How does it start? Is it like it's
Okay.
kindergarten first, right?
Yeah, kindergarten, 6 years of primary school, 5 years of secondary school, 2 or 3 years of it's part of higher education. It's called CEGEP, so it's 2 or 3 years, and then you go to university. I think you get like 1 year less of your bachelor's because you spend an extra year in the other school. It's a bit confusing, but yeah, and then the rest is like the same, I guess. And
Here where I live, which is California, we have kindergarten to 5th grade in primary, and then 6th to 8th grade is in middle school, which is secondary, and then high school is 9th to 12th, and then after that you can have 4 years of college and then or university.
oh, it's different. I thought college and university were synonyms.
I honestly don't. I honestly didn't really look into it, so that
okay.
part.
It's gonna
I
cost
just
you
know-
an arm and a leg.
Oh yeah, that's true. This is if I'm going to community, not community. If I'm going to community college.
It's so crazy to me. You have to pay to go to school. Over here, we get paid to like get to like a higher education.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
everybody pays you to go to university.
Yeah, it's very good. Like our education system, it's like first you start off with something before kindergarten. Just to like, I don't know, it's like optional, but some do. And then you come to kindergarten, it's 3 years. And then it's school, like something called folkeskole, which is I guess you can translate it to like primary school, I guess. That is 9 years.
Wow.
And then you go to I don't know the English word for it actually. Gymnasium, I think, which is just 3 years, and then university, which is I don't know yet. I haven't gone to university yet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You don't have to pay for like primary. Like you don't have to pay for like the first 12 grades. But after that, yes, you do have to pay.
Oh, so like, is it college you have to pay for?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
heard it's
damn.
expensive.
But every single college is private in some form.
Ooh.
That is crazy.
If you want to be like a doctor or like something like of like a higher working, like something that
Yeah.
requires like really like high education, you're gonna pay like $100,000 or more.
Yeah, to pay
Oh.
a shit ton.
Why is that? I haven't really understood.
Because everything in the U.S. is privatized, give or take, or a corporate nation. Well, maybe
So
not a corporate nation, but
they don't get any money from the government or anything.
usually, I mean, like, yeah, none of the I don't think like mostly colleges don't in some form. I believe. There might be some. I know that like any religious colleges don't get any money from the government. Because they don't. The government has like this clause in the First Amendment where like, yeah, no, we can't give money to schools that like try and like teach you about religion because that would be a violation of like, you know, not free speech. Free. It would mean that the state like sponsors that religion, give or take.
Yeah.
Which is bad. It's screw too long. Are you fucking kidding me?
Or
Sorry, I'm.
okay. How about we do another topic? You wanna
Yeah.
Good idea.
Indeed.
Good idea.
Indeed.
want to pick something, or do we just go through like a list?
I can choose.
All right, go ahead.
Cancel culture.
Oh God.
Okay, so
This is either be the worst topic we ever talked about or the best topic we ever talked about. Yeah, we're just kind of turn to politics. One of the three.
What is
Well,
it you mean
can-
by cancel culture? Like exactly?
Basically, well, you know, like our current generation, Generation Z, unfortunately, they tend to be a bit more fragile than their predecessor. So if they don't like something,
We're taking that angle. This is gonna be a fun conversation.
like for example, like if they find like an actor did something 20 years ago or 30 years ago, they're gonna bring it back up and then try to like boycott them, like make sure that they lose their platform and all the money and everything that they worked hard for.
But did boycotting not like also exist when the
it
boomers
existed previously.
were like
I
the
mean,
boomers were
literally,
kids?
Yeah, I mean, like literally, one of the major events of U.S. history was not one of the major events, but one of the major events of worker rights were the fact that in like I think the 70s, a bunch of people boycotted like California grapes, and that actually brought in worker rights for a lot of Mexican like farm workers.
I don't think that's exactly what he meant.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
true.
what I meant is like, for example, like just because someone did something bad 20 years ago doesn't mean that it should come back to haunt them.
No, I get that. I get that. It depends on what you did, though. I think.
Yeah,
I think it's more of
yeah.
like case by case.
A good example is you know the rapper Eminem.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Well, his whole purpose was to make people mad with this song,
Oh yeah.
which he succeeded in. But then the Gen Z find like a music video where he's making fun of Mexican people by wearing like the hat and their whole getup.
That's is it not? I think it's My Song, right? Is that what
I'm
it's
not
called?
sure the song, but like it was like a picture, and they try to cancel him. But then people defended him by saying like his whole purpose was to annoy people.
Yeah, I mean, is it
fair,
not mostly? Oh, sorry, you can talk.
Sorry. What? The thing is, what's the difference between corporations doing it and the general public doing it? Because remember, he had a whole bunch of songs about how like everybody tried to take him off the air, but he keep going anyway because he's meant to do that. At what point? What makes it different between the two?
Well, I think corporations, they can just pay pay it to go away, whereas like a public figure, he has to like answer like why did he do it.
You can't really. I don't think you can really pay away a corporation because I think actually a corporation might be a little more strict on that, just because like they will probably just hold you until you say what they want you to say.
Yeah, but yeah, corporations, they'll do whatever they can to like make it go away, or probably give like an
Makes you
incentive.
go away.
But it's like people like obviously like, I mean, for someone who's supposed to be explicit and say bad stuff, which most people shouldn't say, I mean, you kind of like
Have to say that her stuff.
what?
Yeah, just sort of say that. Oh, did I knock my mic again? Never
No,
mind.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Well,
Alright,
like they basically fulfilled his purpose. Like you pretty much got annoyed from his song, which that's what he does.
Well,
yeah, true.
if it's supposed to make people mad, isn't it like kind of justified that people then got mad? You can't really like. I don't think you can like say that people are soft. That they got like because they got mad over a song that was supposed to get people mad.
Like they don't realize. Like a lot of Gen Zs don't realize that they just they have nothing better to do. They just want to start drama or pick on things.
Is
that
it mostly
don't
like
matter.
on Twitter, or is it like
It's probably
is it like
Twitter.
a real life thing? It's just
Twitter's
Twitter.
probably
Yeah, sorry.
What was that?
Sorry, I just
it's
that few marks on my hand.
Damn.
it is also with with you know the game Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm interested where this is going. Yeah, I know the
No,
game.
no,
I know
The
the game.
creator, well, the
I know
creator of the
exactly this.
game, the creator of the game got canceled.
Oh, you did? Like Scott?
Yeah,
Right.
Scott, because
Yeah.
he got doxxed by someone
Mm-hmm.
who found out that he was making political donations to a party.
I mean, what even doxing? Because you have to make those donations public. But yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
But it got exposed that he was donating money, which obviously, like, whatever you do in your private life, you can do whatever you need to do. We all have like our own opinions about who we support. But then they threatened to like come to his house and hurt his family.
Ouch.
Was it like a very bad extreme ideology, or was it just because I don't know if you can cancel someone for like having a political opinion? That doesn't really make sense.
Well,
I mean, it was for a bunch of right-leaning political groups. I remember correctly. I don't remember like which groups it was exactly. I have to find the thing again. And he could have totally just denied it, just because the fact that like it wasn't like it was only in his name. It could have been like somebody random, like another Scott Cawson that lived in the exact same area. Because there's no way to. They're only publicized in the point where like, you know, your name is out there, not like who you actually are.
but he did declare that was him because he was donating like $50,000 at most, like, which is obviously a lot of money. So clearly he has money at that point.
Yeah, that's that's a good chunk.
And he declared it, but people supported him. People hated. Obviously on Twitter, people hated him for doing that. And plus, since they were threatening to come to his house, he decided to retire and just become reclusive from the public.
Unfortunately, it's not like the worst thing that could happen. There are people who get swatted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen like clips of streamers like getting the police call them.
Well, FBI, like
Yeah,
in a movie,
FBI.
where they just break open the door.
But is that not illegal too? Like,
it's illegal, but obviously they can't really like once the damage is done, it's done. You can't really do anything about it. The best thing you can do is just either become reclusive or do something else.
Yeah.
Or find like a different kind of content, or like make new content where you don't have to be, you know, showing your face. Because once you show your face, everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's why I think it's good to have some privacy on the internet and not just tell everyone who you are at all times.
Which is why Doughnut, whenever he does a video, he always wears like a scarf, or he never really shows his face, because obviously due to privacy reasons.
That's just my general rule online. You know, if I do anything online, I don't.
Which is a good rule to have.
I don't.
You should.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't mix like the internet with your real life, unless it's like your job. If you're like an influencer, then maybe. But
I suppose so. I guess.
Yeah,
it depends on the situation.
The word influencer always like makes me annoyed. I'm like, what are you influencing people to do?
Well,
It's
yeah, I
pretty
mean,
good.
it's just like a term. It doesn't actually mean much. It's just like a generalized term, I think, for like an internet person. It's
Yeah,
like
I
because,
get it. Yeah, I get why, but
but yeah, I get you too. It's very annoying. Like some people are not influencers. Like a gaming channel, that's not an influencer at all.
or a prankster who just loves to pull dumb
Yeah,
pranks.
yeah.
Most of the time now, it's all just scripted.
Like pranks or whatnot.
Yeah, like for example, if they want to make views, they'll have like, for example, like a model or like someone like to get more views to like make like a fake prank.
Mm. But have people not got like kind of gone away from that now? Like I know there's people like Gideon, and there's also this guy that has been gone like viral recently. Who I don't know if you guys watch Moist Critical,
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
Charlie. Yeah, he made like a video on a guy who like stole a dog,
What?
which
Really?
was absolutely crazy. It was kind of funny, but it was still very wrong. Like he should not have done it. it's
Correct.
it's just yeah. Like I feel like the prank scene has kind of gone towards stuff like that, like stuff that Gideon and there's another guy called Loaf. Like they go more in, like that direction now, except for uh, so like not fake pranks anymore.
So did they go to the more extreme pranks? I guess
Yeah,
maybe the old stuff like got tired or something. Because I think pranks online it was a thing for a long time. I guess people got tired of the usual stuff. Maybe I'm just
yeah,
speculating. I
I
don't know.
think so.
The 2010s were like the raging decade for pranks.
When was that prank invasion guy? When was he active?
I have no
Do you
idea.
remember him?
I haven't. I haven't watched pranks, so I don't know. It's not my type of content.
I think it was. Oh yeah. I saw some YouTubers who like made videos on him in the past. He made like he was one of those classic fake pranksters,
Oh,
and he made like those like it's like softcore porn almost with
what?
like kissing pranks and whatnot. It's very odd. If you like look at some of like old videos, it's very very cringy.
How has YouTube not uh, taken them down or something?
I
There's no
think they
YouTube.
did. I think they did actually.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure though. Don't take my word for it.
YouTube is has like a double standard kind of type of
Oh
value.
yeah, 100%,
Yeah,
100%.
Like for example, if someone talks about being successful, they'll cancel him. Or about charity, the video gets taken down. But a prank, oh no problem. Make as many pranks as you want, no matter how gruesome or provocative. Make it as much as you want.
yeah. And there's
Yeah,
also
it
this
is.
problem with the spam bots as well.
Oh my god, I hate them.
YouTube did
Which
nothing
spam
about it.
bots?
Like in the comments section, like there was a bunch of like giveaway
Oh,
scams and like oh you
Even
want
like
this?
Bitcoin.
Yeah, and like these bots they flooded the comments section at YouTube. Uh, like I don't
If you
know.
watch, oh, go on.
I don't know now if it's fixed or not, but at one point like it just felt like YouTube didn't really care, and like someone made a script that would delete like all of these comments from your channel or something. Like someone not from YouTube, like some random guy. So like it's not like it wasn't like a task that was like super hard to do, but I just felt like YouTube didn't really care or something.
It's mostly with finance videos, like for example, like oh, how to make money online. Then it'll be like, I want to thank Mr. Roger for making me money. I'm like, this is fake.
Mm.
I'm like, who has the time to go on a YouTube comment section and give like a whole entire life story how a guy changed their life who doesn't even exist?
And it's all bots. It's all bots.
I
but
literally,
like, oh no, continue.
literally in 2020 when we were all in lockdown, I would get like private messages on Instagram about like, oh yeah, make money with Bitcoin. Give me like $1,000, I'll make you $10,000. I'm like, what?
But the thing is, people are clearly like falling for it. Well, otherwise it wouldn't keep on going. That's like the bad part, I think.
Because people get greedy
Yeah.
and desperate.
Yeah, it's especially like during the lockdown. Like people needed money.
True.
Because they couldn't work and whatnot.
Give me 2 seconds. You can continue. I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, it was a lot of greed.
Mm.
And obviously, when you make fast money, like in a very suspicious manner, you tend to just spend it as fast as you got it.
What do you mean?
For example, if you made money so quickly, like so much money more than you could ever fathom, and like so easily, like for example, like some of these scammers, they will give some of your money back so you can do business with them. And once they feel like you've outlived their usefulness, they'll just take all your money and run.
Well, so what do you mean? Like if you make money fast, you will spend it faster, or?
Well, because you have like this false sense of security that, hey, I made 10 grand, I can make it again just by being with this guy. But you don't realize he's making you greedy. It's a scheme. That's how he's gonna get you.
Well, do those scams ever actually give you that money?
Some do, like they give you like a portion of the money so you can reinvest it back.
Huh.
And then they give you like a false sense of like, you know, like of a
security.
confirmation. Yeah, like, hey, look, you made your money. You can go and spend it and go live your lifestyle. Like, go buy things you can't even afford. And a lot of that happened in 2021 where people were having like influencers pump and dump crypto coins, like meme coins.
Oh, yeah. It was, I feel like those meme coins were very odd because the reason why you would like invest in a cryptocurrency is to like be able to spend it. But nobody's gonna like use cum coin or MILF coin or anything. Nobody's gonna like pay with those currencies. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Nobody has been paying with Bitcoin.
Well, I think some transactions have been paid with Bitcoin.
But still like a long road to go. Like not everyone has like 30 grand to like spend
I don't think Bitcoin will ever like be used as a main currency. I also don't hope it won't. I think we do need like physical money in some capacity.
Yeah.
I am back. Did I miss?
Welcome back.
Hello, Doughnut.
Did I miss anything important?
Oh, we're talking about like you remember in 2021 the whole crypto coin epidemic and you know selling JPEGs online.
Oh, the NFT thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was people were like, oh yeah, this is the future of assets. I'm like, you're selling a JPEG. How is that even an asset? I can just copy paste or even take a picture on my phone.
Yeah, there was no like real world use case for that. It was pretty worthless.
Unless if I get like a patent for that NFT, then yes, no one can steal it. But if I'm just like openly just putting it on the internet, I'm basically asking people to steal it from me.
Well, wasn't it technically illegal to just copy paste?
But it was confusing at the same time. Like people are like, wait, you copied a photo off the internet, right? Like, yeah, so it's not illegal.
Oh, okay.
And also the whole metaverse thing, like, oh yeah, you can have a house in the metaverse. I'm like, how do I live in it though? They're like, oh yeah, I buy it with real money and I made 200%. I'm like, but who's living in it?
Oh, but the metaverse is declining so fast. Like it's an actual joke. Have you seen the fashion show that was here lately?
No.
There's a fashion show in the metaverse?
There was a fashion show in the metaverse, but nobody like actually showed up. So
who's gonna show up to it? It's like a video game.
It's so dumb. Like it's not even like VR chat or anything. I think VR chat fell off a little bit. I haven't heard about it in a while, but I do think VR chat had a lot of potential, at least, but the metaverse just did not from like day one.
Imagine spending $10 billion only to look like a 1996 game.
Yeah, where
It
did the
looked
money
so
go?
bad. It looked really, really bad.
Looked
Have
like
you guys
Where
played
did-
Fable?
Where did the $10 billion go?
I think it was the servers or something. It has to be.
Yeah, I read
They-
it was like in research and development for hardware or something.
Oh,
That was a waste of money,
that
'cause,
makes
yeah.
sense.
So we
Literally, if you play GTA 5, they had a way lower budget to make the game, and still, if you play it today, it looks much more realistic.
Yeah.
definitely more fun than Metaverse.
But at least they're not collecting my data and not having Mark Zuckerberg looking through my window every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He actually got charged a fine 1.3 billion by the Europeans
Good.
Oh, he did?
because he was
For what?
transferring their data to the US.
So, like, just collecting data, or?
Well, also collecting it, but like transferring it to the US data center, which was, I guess,
Oh.
against their regulations. So they fined him 1.3 billion.
Well, what can they use that data for? I don't really understand.
Usually targeted advertising or that, because like the data you got a lot of data on like
Hmm.
individual people, like a lot of data, and could be used for many things. But I think mostly targeted advertising. But I'm sure like other people might
Yeah.
find a use for
Because-
that data.
Mm.
Or just
Because I hear-
speculation. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's because like I hear a lot of people be like they're like very afraid that they take their data, and I don't really understand what like the bad thing with like targeted ads are.
Well, it's, just speculation, like or like potential things that could happen that I can think of.
Mm, okay.
Imagine like you want like I don't know some insurance or whatever, or like you want to take a loan at the bank. But what if the
Yeah.
bank or the insurance company gets can acquire your all of your personal data from these social media,
that way, yeah.
social network platforms, and they could like base off their decisions off of that. Like whether you get to have your loan or not. Just as an example.
Mm.
Like it's just a matter of where the data goes. Like if it's just for ads, then okay, maybe. But yeah, what if it's been used? It's going to be used for something against you in the future.
Oh yeah, okay. I can see why you would like not want your data collected though.
Mhm.
Yeah. And plus, obviously, the funny thing is that Mark Zuckerberg himself, he puts tape on his laptop.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is
It's
kind
like
of-
the oldest trick.
which is pretty ironic for a guy who is given the name king of social media.
Spies on everyone but himself.
And
Was he?
the one-
No,
go
sorry,
on.
sorry. No mind.
like the one thing I hate about these billionaires that these guys, like people think, oh, these guys care about us because they give away so much money. They don't care about you.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, there's
Not
a
at
kid starving in Africa. They don't care. They only donate all the money for tax write-offs. They don't care if some kids die in Africa or has polio in Pakistan. They don't care.
Hmm.
If they did care, they would have already done something about it, and they haven't.
Yeah.
So
Literally, Bill Gates, why is he buying your farmland? Well, buying farmland, he wants to control the food supply.
Damn.
By adding like vaccines and all the weird stuff so your body can like feel weird, like to manipulate your body.
how do they manipulate your body with vaccines? I don't
Well,
understand.
well, I guess like in terms of like putting things in your body that you don't want.
Are you talking about antibiotics or something? For
Yeah, like
food?
antibiotics and like some
Vaccine.
kind of like vaccine called like the MSR vaccine.
I'm lost.
Like weird types of things in your in like your chickens and like cows, like they're putting weird stuff in it.
I don't think they're deliberately putting stuff in the food just to control you. But they definitely do put a lot of like bad chemicals and whatnot in your food. But that's not to hurt you. That's just so the food can like hold for longer and whatnot. And it is a big problem, definitely, 100%.
And go on.
No, it's fine. I'm done, I guess.
Oh. And also, the funny thing is that he talks about being fit, being healthy. This guy's barely fit, Bill Gates. Like if you look at a recent photo of him, this guy is barely unrecognizable.
Damn.
I'm just looking up a photo of him right now.
Second time my mic dropped out. Back to the Ruby. You do real. How do you feel? Okay, never mind. Not just Ruby. This is for everybody. How do you feel about GMOs?
What?
What's that?
Genetically modified food. Basically, like you modify like instead of a natural selection, breeding or whatever, you just go in and modify it like the actual DNA itself, without the need of.
I'm fine. I'm fine with GMOs. Like I think it's kind of necessary in today's day and age to produce enough.
Yeah, I've always found it a bit funny. Like people like there's all sorts of like thing like no GMOs and like we don't. It's just
one of my teachers, many years ago, one of my teachers, like she was like so against GMOs. Like half the class, she would talk about, if you eat GMO, you're gonna get cancer. Like she wouldn't shut up about it.
But does it have any like negative side effects? I haven't heard about like much about all of this.
No, I don't think there's been any negatives. Well, I mean.
There's not really any negative side effects that you get that you wouldn't get from natural like selective breeding, because all it is that it can pop up faster. That's really it. I mean, I guess the one downside is that like a lot of like companies that do sell like GMO type seeds, they also like make it so that they're Terminator seed. You can't replant them once they grow up. But that's already been a problem with like U.S. crops in general. You're not legally allowed to actually replant like seeds. You have to rebuy new seeds.
Bruh.
No, that's like some weird U.S. law. I saw a video pop up, but never watched it.
Oh.
I mean, there's definitely like an ethical thing about that question, about the like GMOs. If it's like animals you're talking about, right?
Talk about plants and animals, yeah.
Yeah, I think with the animals, I would rather have like a natural animal than a genetically modified one, but I also like wouldn't be totally against eating genetically modified if there wasn't like a directly negative, like any like negative things about it.
For me, I just see GMOs as faster process of natural selection.
Well, it's not really natural.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like it's basically the same function. Just hey, what if we just, not require 40 years to figure it out?
Yeah.
It also does save, I think, space as well, like physically, like the land area.
Yeah, like natural selection takes a lot of land space, while genetic modification just needs like samples in a lab. Remember correctly, there's actually I think there's actually a few new like genetically like modified animals like pets that you can get. I remember correctly, there's like this type of fish that like has like zebra stripes now because they implemented the gene from their fish into it.
Wow.
And also, for some reason, jellyfish DNA is super compatible to the point where they put it into a cat, and the cat now glows underneath UV.
Whoa. I don't know.
I
don't know how to think about that.
It's not like harmful to cat or anything, but kind of a neat little thing that they figured out how to do. I don't know if you can buy them. I don't think so, but is it something that's like let's see what happens if we do it. Either it doesn't work and the cat's fine, or it does work and the cat glows.
Okay.
I have I don't know if this is like very like off topic, but what do you guys think about eating like bugs instead of meat?
I condemn.
I don't really care. I mean, we're going there no matter what.
I have to figure out what condemn means.
It basically means I'm against it.
Oh, okay. I get it 100%. It seems to have like
gross.
a lot of like negative effects on the body, like from what I've seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never really seen any negative effects, but I've seen like it's mostly just kind of gross, honestly.
I believe it's. Wait, I gotta have to research this.
I find it amazing that as children we were told not to eat bugs, but now we're coming into a world where you must eat bugs.
Mm. I'm sure like it's regulated and make sure it's safe to consume.
I'd rather
Yeah,
eat
they
fruits
probably-
than eat bugs. If I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
but like it's to I think it's produce protein because it's more efficient to.
If I want protein, I'll go go have like a protein powder.
Okay,
Or
sure.
eat like a chicken. Like eat meat.
No, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
We need, the meat might not be enough like for everyone.
For me, with more of like I've heard like meat can become, like at some point meat can become super expensive because everybody wants it, and meat production can't keep up with the general population. So at some point we're going to start eating bugs instead because meat's too expensive. From like $50 for a steak, nobody, the general public's not going to be able to afford that on like a daily basis. So that's one of the reasons. That's one of the things I've heard about like the reason why we might have to eat bugs in the future.
I'm not eating bugs.
I don't know how you like prepare the bugs. I guess like you put it into like a paste or something.
Sounds
You I'm pretty sure that you could just like deep fry or some shit.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
I've seen it a few times. Like, I mean, like crickets. I'm pretty sure you can either like eat them like you can get them cooked like just as a cricket, or I'm pretty sure or like some form like you can just, like just crush it and add it to something.
Yeah.
One thing that I actually do am wondering about, which people like consider like very like off-putting, but lab-grown meat. And also, I guess in that vein, lab-grown diamonds as well.
How do you grow meat in a lab?
Basically, you simulate the process of like growing. Like you take, how like you take like a cell and you make it keep dividing. Something like that. They're still trying to figure it out, but
That sounds really disgusting. That sounds really disgusting. I'm sorry.
It sounds like something Elon Musk would do.
It's some sort of like starts with like a horror game or something.
Yeah, true. I see that, but basically,
I don't think I would eat that, to be honest.
I mean, it's basically the exact same thing of what you're normally eating, just that you didn't have to kill something for it.
Is it viable?
I think I would rather go out and hunt myself than I would like have lab grown meat.
Is it economically viable to produce? Does it take too much time? Like
For right now, I believe it's super expensive just to do it, but how sciences are, they're going to constantly improve it.
mhm.
And at some point, we're probably going to start seeing it in the like general industrial use because meat's expensive. Meat takes up a lot of space, and like one of the issues with like actually completely off topic. One of the main issues about with the meat industry, one of the issues about being humane is that it makes everything expensive. I'm not saying to not be humane, but it makes everything super expensive because you need more space, more time, high quality food.
How expensive is it over there?
Me, it's like it depends on what you're buying. Honestly, I've seen it like $1 per pound up to like $10 to $20 per pound. I mean, fuck. It's like I remember going to Costco at some point, and there was fucking like lamb shanks, no, not lamb shanks. A5 Wagyu beef in like a sealed container. It was like $100 for like 2 pounds or something like that.
Wow.
That's
Well,
pretty.
to be fair,
it's-
Wagyu has always been expensive.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but like for like general meat, sure you can get a lot of it sometimes for cheap. Like most of the time, it's like like $2 to $3 per pound, which doesn't seem like a lot. But I know. I have to check. Hold on, let's see.
A hundred. Wait, how much? It was 20. What is $20 for 2 pounds, or what was it?
For the Wagyu A5 it was like $100 for 2 pounds.
Oh, okay. But how much for like a normal like cow steak?
Let's see. I have since I work at Safeway, I have the app downloaded, so we can just search it up. Safeway is like a local brand for us. Let's see here.
An insider.
Oh no.
Cider.
Ribeye, which I'm gonna do ribeye for example, which is like one of the more. It's
I've-
$23 for 1 pound of ribeye, USDA choice.
Alright, I'm using like a converter because we use different.
All right,
Kilograms.
ground beef. I'm gonna do ground beef.
Yeah, that is a little more expensive, but it's not like much more expensive than here.
For
Actually,
the
yeah, that is like 100 crowns more expensive.
for the 80 lean 20 fat pack. This is the value pack, by the way. 3 pound is $20.
Wait, 3 pounds?
Yeah.
$20. That's a kilogram. 1.3 kilograms. For okay, that's very cheap though.
Yeah, I mean that's also like the value pack though, so it depends on like what you're buying, of course.
Because to be fair, like meat has always been meant to be expensive in seafood, so we can't really
Yeah.
bash meat or seafood to be expensive.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I would
It's
also
like-
rather want meat to be expensive than like to have like bad meat. Like it is quality you are paying for.
It's like me
Yeah,
complaining. It's like me complaining, like it is like off topic, like with cars, like me bashing Mercedes, like why are you so expensive? Like, well, clearly they have something that Toyota doesn't have, which is quality.
I mean,
It's
like
like-
sometimes it's sometimes that, and then sometimes it's just like, oh well, you're just price judging at this point for something that should cost this, but you're charging like an 100 or 200% increase.
Yum.
Well, I mean, like certain cars are made with like a certain like standard of quality, which you can't find in regular cars. So you can't really get mad like they're expensive because I mean they had to make money.
Fun fact: the Taliban is making like their own supercar right now. I'm pretty sure.
How?
Huh?
Which is crazy.
Where?
I'm like, how are they getting the money?
With what infrastructure?
And where's the money coming from?
I don't know
A
how,
super
but
terrorist car. Holy shit. So much weight.
These
one
guys
thing
are
that
known for like buying Toyota pickups. Now they're making their own supercar. What?
and the funny thing is they're using a Toyota engine, if I remember correctly.
Well, then it's a Toyota. It's not even their car.
So they're just assembling parts from the other
I don't
vehicles?
think they give a
It's
shit.
like a kid
mate.
car. It's like a Build-A-Bear. Just grab parts that you need.
Build a car. Build a car.
Then what's the point?
That's something I did not expect.
Where are they getting the money from?
Good question. They don't.
Yeah. They make their own. Right.
I think we completely veered off topic for what we were talking about earlier.
No, this escalated pretty quickly. Went from meat to now Taliban's making cars. Like what?
Wow.
The super terrorist car.
The super tier.
I can't wait.
You
I'm
honk 3
buying it as
times.
soon as it comes out.
You honk 3 times, and the explosive charges inside it detonate.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Have you guys heard about the free TV?
The free TV.
There's a company producing a TV. And
Oh,
Well,
it's like-
it's supposed to be free, but there's a secondary screen attached to it, and it permanently shows ads. Then the main display, I think, when it's off, it's going to become a billboard, and it's got a camera, microphone, proximity sensor, all that stuff. So.
And also, it's written in the clause that if you like tried covering up anything, like like if you cover up like the webcam, for example, they can basically just say, "Hey, give us the TV back, you motherfucker!" And if you don't give it back, they'll just charge your credit card like $2K or some shit like that.
I think it's $500. That's what they think the TV's worth.
I don't like that idea at all. Like, why would you want to like have ads on all the time?
Because you want the 4K TV. Trust me, bro. You really want the 4K TV.
But what is the targeted audience for this TV? Like, you would think maybe it's for poor people because
it would definitely be the lower class.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be free, except
a 4K
for the
TV for the common man. Like what? I mean, 4K is a privilege to have. Like, I mean, I have 4K monitors, which is pretty cool. Look, when you play a video game, like, it's amazing. You can the texture is good.
Well, that does make me curious. I'm like, how does it shit, I'm not forgetting. Like if you're playing a video game, for example, does it just interrupt your gameplay with like ads, or is it like?
No, was it not like a secondary screen?
Yeah, there's a secondary screen that shows ads while you're using it, and then when it's turned off, it's gonna just.
I see.
Couldn't you just like cover it up?
Yeah, that's something.
But then,
some people...
Or just
but then
modify it? Like is it like subscription based or?
It's somewhat is. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I'm
so
pretty sure
they like they just do they loan it to you or?
Yeah, they
like,
basically loan it. You loan it. They basically loan it for you.
Okay.
I think the better option is to put tape, Mark Zuckerberg style.
I'm pretty sure no, they have a camera on it. Remember, so they're just gonna see it. And they're like, oh well, you violated your warranty. Return the TV immediately, or we're gonna charge you like $2K to buy the TV.
But will they like when you watch TV, there's like quick interventions of ads. Will it like replace those ads then, or will you just like get double ads?
You get double ads, I'm pretty sure.
That does not sound very good.
Trust me, it's a worthy deal though. Just trust me, bro. You get a free 4K TV. Isn't that cool? Ignore everything else that might be your problem.
I will sell it for $10 on Facebook.
Wow.
I think I'm good.
No, man, just trust me, bro. Just trust me.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
How did you find that TV, Doughnut?
Oh, I just looked at some technological news. Found the TV and I was like, bruh, that's interesting. I think they haven't like shipped them yet, but they're taking orders right now.
You're going over a little.
Ordering this?
No, I'm not. I mean, people, yeah, but not me. People.
Then
people
these are the type of people. These are the type of people to say, "Oh, I don't want my data violated." Why would you order it then?
Yeah.
My brother in Christ, you ordered the TV.
Do you guys think it's gonna like catch on or?
No, definitely not. I mean, unless all the companies decide at the same time, let's do it. Why not? Except this time we're gonna charge for it. That's the real catch.
Man, I hope it doesn't catch on. I know some companies they start doing weird decisions, and then other companies are like, no one's gonna buy that product, but people ended up buying the product, and then like everyone gets away with that kind of stuff nowadays. Stuff like not including a charging brick on a brand new smartphone, stuff like that.
Wait, which one?
A lot of smartphones nowadays, especially, it's weird because it's just the higher end smartphones are the ones with the least features. They removed the headphone jack, the micro SD card, the removable battery, the charging brick from the phone. You have to buy it separately. And the lower end phones, they have like, I don't know now, but a couple of years ago, the lower end phones, they still had like the headphone jacks and micro SD and all that stuff. IR Blaster. But like the thing is, like the like the companies, they know like, oh, if you have enough money to buy like the most expensive phone, then you have enough money to spend more on like our brand of wireless earbuds or charging bricks and stuff. So I guess that's what they were going with.
I think Apple is going to be at a point where you had to buy the box separately. Everything is separate.
Yeah.
They'll always find weird ways to make money.
Oh yeah, recently they decided to get rid of the SIM card reader. They're like, the SIM card's going to be soldered into the phone now. Have fun with that.
Well, how do you put your SIM card in then?
No, you have to contact your carrier or whatever or something like that. They're going to have to do it just like back in the CDMA days, which was a 2G technology that didn't have SIM cards, and you had to like contact the carrier to do all that kind of stuff.
I have a 1G phone. Doesn't work anymore. Doesn't work anymore because the 1G doesn't exist in like 40 years at this point. But
well, that's not true. Like Amps shut down in 2008.
Oh well, regardless, I can't use it, and Amps like things that can actually do Amp stuff doesn't exist. Well, it does exist, but it's impossible to get.
I've read somewhere like someone actually got some sort of RF modulator for like, I don't know what kind, but like with some software on a computer, they managed to do their own little cell.
Remember you need like a Lime SDR or something like that, and I remember like someone searched up it was like $800 for one.
That's expensive.
It's like, yeah. And the phones themselves are pretty expensive as well, so this is a prop now at this point.
Yeah.
For some reason, you can buy the antenna online for like $10 if you want the original antenna, and it's new old stock, so
not bad. Just for props, I guess.
Yep.
I'm still on the 3G network. It's gonna shut down in 2026, so it's awesome.
Unfortunate.
I think in the US it's already down. So. All right, so
what's next
about
on the topic?
Is there anything interesting you want to talk about in the list, or?
Well, what's on our list?
Well, we got right to repair. We got
the right what?
Right to repair. You know the right to repair movement.
What is that?
Okay, so it was a while ago. Well, not that long ago. A bunch of people decided that all this anti-repair stuff that many tech companies are doing is like not,
it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. So, they just came together and decided to, try to change that.
Lobbying.
Companies like Apple or Tesla or John Deere, like those are like some examples of companies that don't want you to repair your own stuff, and they want you to go back to the manufacturer for whatever.
Oh yeah, with Tesla. When it comes, me and Doughnut really hate Tesla.
Yeah, because you don't actually. I mean, like in practice, you don't really own the car, because you're at the mercy of Tesla. Because
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
What is you can't own the car?
Like you can't like technically own the car, but in practice, it's like you're at the mercy of Tesla because you need the updates and all that stuff because that's very important. But let's say you're a mechanic and you know about cars and all, and you do some modifications to your Tesla, and let's say Tesla, the company, realizes that, and it's like, oh, well, I don't like that. It's just this goes against our, I don't know, terms or whatever. Tesla could just stop giving you updates or something like that. So like you're at the mercy of Tesla,
Why would you need to update your car with like software updates or?
Yeah, software updates.
There is this one funny story. A guy went to the gym, right, with his Tesla Model 3. He left at midnight. He tried to start his car, but the car decided to do a software update. He was stuck there until 2 a.m.
Yeah,
in his
Oh,
parking
wow.
in the parking lot of a gym.
it's amazing. When was that?
That's why you don't exercise at 4. That's quite. It's no, I'm kidding.
I think I should be able to exercise whenever I want and have like a car that can start and take me home. Not
Nah,
be like
man.
not act like an iPhone and just update out of nowhere.
Nah, man. That's just God telling you not to exercise at 4. Whatever. If you can't tell I'm joking, then I'm joking.
I know. But I feel like that's the thing with electric cars. Like if the government even wants to like stop you from driving, for example, let's say you're running from the police, they can turn off your car.
Well, it's not just electric cars. It's like all modern cars have a more.
Well, I mean, to be fair, with a very famous man named O.J. Simpson, they didn't turn off his car.
Oh yeah, of course.
He was running.
Yeah, well, I mean now they got, they got more control over your car with all the systems that they put in, for better or worse.
But I mean, at least with a gas-powered car, if I want to turn it on right now, I can. Unlike with an electric car, I don't know what might happen.
Well, unfortunately, some gas cars are like it's all modern cars are becoming this way. Even gas cars are suffering.
That's unfortunate. They're trying to control people.
Companies like like Apple, they like to have control over their hardware. Yeah.
What?
So, how are we doing on time? How have we been talking for like an hour and a half or something?
Yeah, an hour and 30.
Okay, how much time do you guys have left before you need to do something else?
I'm gonna go to bed afterwards, so it's quite late here. But
Oh, okay.
I have plenty of time. I don't have school tomorrow or anything.
Oh, okay.
Free man.
I'm free, man.
Gordon Freeman. Okay. How about you want to talk about the Discord name change?
Yes, I think it's stupid.
Discord changing their name?
No, the usernames basically.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, you're removing the 4-number things, and yeah.
I mean, I guess it's okay.
What
It's
is
not
it? I'm unaware.
Okay, so basically, you know how your username on Discord, you have your name, and then you have 4 numbers after the pound.
Yeah.
They're gonna remove that, and instead of having that system, they're gonna have everyone select a username, like a single username for everyone, and then they can have like a display name on top of it.
Maybe what Twitter has.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, is there any like reason why they do that? Is it just like?
They claim
what's the reason?
They claim that people don't know how to use the 4-number. How to, like how people. They claim that 40% of people or something like that, they don't know how to send friend requests because they don't know how it works or something. That's what they claim.
I mean, honestly, I sort of get it. Because, fucking hell, I mean, honestly, I didn't even, before I even had before I changed my number to 3621, I never really knew my the discriminator, whatever. I'm pretty sure it's called discriminator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never really knew what my discriminator was, and also it's kind of annoying because also the way they implemented it, at least for most of for all usernames, if you're adding somebody, you have to be exact with it.
Mm-hmm.
you can't if you mess up like one tiny little thing, you're not finding that guy.
Oh yeah, I think it's like the capital letters and
It's capital sensitive.
okay, yeah. I guess it
So-
could improve finding people, but there are many people who disagree with this change though.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people not liking it because it just feels like you're just following Twitter at that point. And I
Yeah.
get that.
Many people claim that it's like unnecessary, like there was no issue in the first place. But So
I
let's
have a
see.
topic.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Slang.
Slang. Yes. Okay.
I think Doughnut can start it off because he's had a fair
Okay,
number
well-
of experience with it.
So okay. So a bit of context. I'm around like 3 years older than my colleagues at school because I changed programs and all that. So people right now, like my people at my in my classes, okay, they're around 3 years younger, and it was surprising to see that the slang has evolved in the span of 3 years because there's a lot of slang that I hear nowadays that I've never heard in my life, and stuff like what's it called, like the verb capping, which apparently it's a synonym of lying or something like that. I'm not sure why it exists because it's not like you're not going to speak faster because it's the same amount of syllables. So I'm not sure why that exists.
You sound like an old man right now.
Yeah, I sound like an old man because I do feel old sometimes.
Come on, you things were better.
Yeah, back in my day.
Back in my day. Back in my day, we used to walk uphill in the rain both ways to school.
Yeah. So yeah, slang. It's really strange. It's really strange how it evolved in like the span of 3 years. Like it's completely different from what it used to be.
I mean, yeah, but like, I guess like languages, they like evolve all the time. It's
I was mostly
If you-
impressed that we got there so fast.
yeah. I think it's mainly because of like social medias like TikTok and whatnot. Like a lot of those things come from the internet.
Mm. Yeah, perhaps like the trends move way faster than they used to be, or something. Maybe it has to do something with that. So
And also the other slang word bussing, which I'm like, where did the bus come from? Basically, like if you want to say this food is delicious, they'll say this food is bussing. I'm like, what does a bus have to do with food?
I assume it's the same thing as bussy, maybe.
Wait. What?
Oh.
I don't know. This is a complete guess.
What?
Okay, that went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Wait, how old are you guys? How old are you?
18.
21.
I'm 21.
I'm plus 10.
Wow.
9
I'm-
plus 10.
Yeah, exactly. I'm 9 plus 10.
21.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm also 18, but it seems like you're very like you haven't heard about much of like the Gen Z stuff.
I feel 60 most of the time.
Yeah.
We're getting old.
Well, because in my generation, like we didn't really use slang too much, whereas the Alpha generation, or Gen Z, they use so much slang. Like I'm like, speak English.
Um,
Like it's ridiculous.
now I know why old people feel that way. Back in my day.
Now you know how old people feel.
Back in my day, we could be racist to people. and nobody would care. Now these younger generations.
Oh,
My
man.
day, everybody was white.
Oh.
But it's true.
Yikes.
Some people do have like a certain mindset which they can't change because they were born in a certain time, which it was okay.
Hmm.
Like I'm okay with like understanding like a few like values, but obviously like slang is something I never really liked.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, especially like for example, no cap, sheesh. Like originally the word sheesh means like to show like feeling like annoyed or irritated, but now it's something good.
Wow. Okay. I don't even know what it means. So.
Well, the original term for sheesh means like for example, you know when you like want to show like a sign of like irritation or annoyance, like for
Okay.
example, like sheesh, that guy's annoying.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
But now like the term sheesh is now a slang term for saying something is good or complimenting something.
Wow. Okay.
Which I'm like, how did that happen?
Do people still use sheesh?
I don't know.
I mean,
Don't ask me.
the youngsters do, but
Holy shit. I think there was like a trend for like a week over here. I don't like hear people going around like saying sheesh anymore.
one
Trust me, in
one
America,
guy made. Oh, go on.
well, trust me, everybody in America says it at some point. You can't get away from it.
One guy made a crypto coin called Sheesh Coin.
Okay. Right.
To be fair, that's crypto. They followed dead memes.
No, when it was like a popular meme or popular slang term, sheesh. We're talking 2021.
Wow.
Sure, yeah.
Wow.
Wow. And
I don't know
Alright.
why like 2021, like it feels so long ago for some reason.
really, it feels so not like that to the
It
year.
feels pretty long ago to me too, honestly.
I feel it feels like so long ago.
To me, it's the opposite. Like 2019 felt like it was last year.
Really? Really?
Like what happened? Well, of
Crazy.
course you got quarantined, but like it just felt like it was last year. What did they do for 4 years? I don't-
1887 felt like a lot like last year to me.
No, but seriously, what did I do for 4 years? Felt like I did nothing. But I kind of did nothing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the pandemic really like ruined everybody's plans.
Hmm.
Like, if there was no pandemic, even like the plans that I've even made would have been like a reality by now. But it's just like a lot of bumps were happening down the road. Like, for example, 2020, things got a bit better. Then 2021, things got worse again.
Yeah. Yeah. What a
And
time.
same for 22.
What a time to be alive. Like, no one would have predicted this like a couple of years ago.
Well, I mean, the one thing I was excited about 2020 was like to be 18, to become an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's excited to be an adult, honestly.
Hmm.
I know, I
Thought it-
definitely was.
I thought it would have been fun, like staying at home, like playing video games all day. But then I realized there was no point because, like, what's the point playing video games all day if no one's stopping you? I don't know. I don't know. Like, it didn't.
Bro, gets into the social, the economic psychological need.
Yeah.
Well, there is one thing I can say that changed about me is that I was able to mature as a person because in high school I was like really mischievous. Like I did evolve as a person, but obviously like the plans didn't go as expected for 2020.
Mhm.
But I know I can still achieve them now. Like it's never too late.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing.
Honestly, the pandemic completely so. In one thing I heard was that like if you wanted to become a pilot pre-pandemic, you were basically screwed unless you went to the military for like 8 years and then learned to become like a fighter jet pilot because they weren't really hiring outside of a top flight school, for example.
Hmm.
And then when the pandemic happened, that requirement kind of got completely dropped out of the window. A shit ton of pilots basically quit their jobs, and you could basically get in with a handshake and a wave.
Wow.
But by that point, I had given up my dreams of becoming a pilot because I couldn't actually join the military if I wanted to.
Oh, damn.
So
Why not?
hearing issues, and some eyesight issues, I believe, with my reasons.
Hmm.
That's sad.
So yeah, I gave up my dream, and then my dream became possible
Okay.
after I'd given up.
Oh, that sucks. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
there's
was-
still time.
I still could, but I just don't have the drive for it anymore. You get
Yeah. It happens sometimes. So let's see. What do
in
you
other
have?
news, the pandemic trolled me.
Yeah, I think it
Trolled everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing. But the one positive is that it got really easy to find jobs. Like, cause like for some reason, like a lot of people would quit, and like I was like, okay, well, finding a summer job is like a rather easy task for me after the pandemic. And before the pandemic, it was a hard thing.
I still find it kind of funny that like there was a news article from Bloomberg that was like, where did all the workers go after the pandemic?
Hmm.
1.4 million people are not working anymore. Where did they go?
Where'd they
They
go?
died.
They died. Oh, damn.
Well, because they're like on a serious note, obviously, like people who are getting older, they're retiring, and now it's up to the new generation, well, the next generation, to like take over the role, which they're not doing.
Hmm.
Because
I mean,
as the seniors approach like their 60s, they're gonna retire.
Mhm.
But so it's basically like a duty for the next generation to take over that role,
Hmm.
which they're not willing to do.
Yes and no. I think partly the reason why a lot of people are grabbing jobs right now is because a lot of like the pandemic also screwed up like inflation and stuff.
True.
So it's super expensive to live now, and then the job like, oh yeah, we're gonna pay like $5.25. We're gonna pay like $7.25 an hour. You can live on that, right?
Oh, damn.
And then
How much?
when like $7.25
That's the minimum wage, bro.
in it's the federal minimum wage.
Ow.
It's a
That's
shame.
Which basically some states, like most states, do have higher. For example, in California, it's I believe it's $15, but
Oh,
California is also like extremely expensive. So
Hmm.
your money gets disappeared the moment you walk out with it. So
Ah,
not really that much of a benefit.
okay. Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
And so therefore, it's kind of just like, yeah, you're not paying enough for people to actually live on. So why are we gonna work for you when we can't even live on the wages you give us?
Hmm.
And sure, you could go after the teenagers that are working from home, but how they live somewhere, and so they don't have to live off your wage. But there's not really infinite supply of those guys of teenagers out there. There's more adults than teenagers, I would assume.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
And sure, you may have that occasional guy who lives at in his mom's basement, but that's not
Classic.
that common.
Yeah. The Discord
No,
moderator.
Why are they living in their basement? Why can't they just live in their bedroom?
Just a stereotype, I guess.
And I really don't understand the part where it's like a bad thing to be living with your family.
I
But-
think it's more like the people who are more like a parasite. And they do nothing, and they don't work. They do nothing, and I think that's.
I mean, you can still have a good job, like a high salary job, and still stay with your family.
Yeah, I guess that's possible.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You can also help out your family at home, financially.
Yeah, I
financially.
guess if you have a big house, it could be an option.
Yeah, no, it's mostly been for like the parasite type people, like the ones that they're not like looking for a job or anything, or just like coasting off of like retirement or what? Not retirement of what the fuck is it called? Unemployment or whatever, and they're just living in their mom's basement, not doing anything.
Hmm.
Well, that's just laziness. Like, just not even trying. But if you're like working and doing your part, then you can live wherever you need to live.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think the main issue is people who have jobs. They tend to also buy things they don't really need.
Okay. Yeah.
Like for instance, like that $5 Starbucks coffee that you don't really need, but you bought it.
Where the hell
Mm.
did that floppy disk go?
Like, you know, when people spend like a lot of money going like eating out, then they complain by the end of the month that they don't have money.
I guess it's a lack of knowledge on how to manage your finances, something like that.
It's usually like the little things like food and coffee that like really adds up quickly. If you buy like a $20 item, you'll know that you spent $20.
Hmm.
When you spend like $2, $5, like that's it adds up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That like it's usually the little things that come to bite you. Not like, for example, like a TV or clothes or shoes.
Hmm. Okay. How about we do one last topic and then we can end it.
I'm just gonna end it off.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about we do like one more topic and then we end it because we're doing like a real long episode. It's like a world record.
Well, we
Okay.
gotta
Is
end
it
it
done?
off with a bang.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. How about we do one last topic and then we do the bang. Do you have? Okay. Is there any technology you think would have caught on by now? As a question.
Ooh.
It's a tough one because I don't know.
Ooh.
Probably like a listening device where I can listen from afar.
What would the purpose be? Like listening. To this?
Well, if I have to eavesdrop on somebody, like if I'm doing like
Oh, okay.
something sneaky.
I think there are. I'm not sure if it's what I think it is, but there are things that that look like a satellite dish, but it isn't. Like there's like a mic in there somewhere, and then it concentrates the. It
Isn't that
tries
just called a hearing aid?
No, not for your ear. Like no, like for a far away, like someone from far away, like I don't know, like 30 meters away or something, and you can't hear them, and you get this big thing. Like it's pretty big, but it concentrates like the noise coming from that individual goes to you or something.
Like, let's say if I want to like eavesdrop on someone like that, like someone that stole my money, and I know their address. So I want to know what's their next move.
Okay.
Or if I just want to be like a troll, just and do something funny.
I'm guessing like some any device that has a mic on it could try to relay the. You could have that device near that person somehow and have the audio relayed to you, something like that. I think that could be an option. I guess I don't know. I'm just saying random stuff at this point.
I think there is an app, yeah, actually for like a listen. It's like where you can listen to conversations but you have to manually install it on the device that you want it to hear.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far to be honest. Meddling with. I mean, it depends who the other person is, but like if it's just for trolling, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, if it's like also watch your children, like to make sure that.
Yeah, it depends how old your children are. Like, if you want to give some.
I mean, nowadays people are normalizing the fact to give children like smartphones. So what? I mean, a lot of things can go bad with children nowadays. Like parents are terrible now.
Oof. Like the iPad.
Yeah,
Oh.
iPad. Like now there's like there is an ad on my phone where there's a special social media app made for children. Like, why is it children are being on social media? Like, they should be like reading or
How is that
something.
legal?
Why have you downloaded that?
I didn't download it.
How's that legal? Like you're collecting information about kids. I don't think that's.
They're marketing it to children. I'm like, why would children be on social media?
I'm sure in many countries that's not legal. But what do I know?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, they
very
want to
bad.
ban TikTok, but they're allowing marketing for like alternate TikTok apps for kids. I'm like, why do kids need social media? They should be like reading a book or like playing with toys or going outside.
Yeah, like it'd be really bad for.
I mean, okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but the U.S. is basically all urban at this point. Well, most of the areas in the U.S. are urban. Like,
Mhm.
there's a reason why the idea of you should go outside and play isn't really applicable in the U.S. And that's because everywhere is urban. There's nowhere to go, and if you hang out somewhere, you're probably gonna get cops calling you because they think you're gonna destroy something.
Oh damn! Like the
Friendly
suburban,
neighborhood Karen.
like the suburban areas.
Yeah, but also like just in like shopping malls.
Oh,
Malls
even
and stuff.
there,
Yeah, like basically,
you can't hang
You-
out with your
it's like,
friends.
it's like no, you always see like no loitering signs everywhere.
Oh damn! Okay. Ooh, that that
Maybe
makes
go to like a public park. I don't know, a playground.
I think that might be an
I-
American thing.
Yeah, that's the main like my argument for the American areas because like you know
wow.
Because
Wow.
like
I mean-
over here we have like a lot of people like just hanging out. Like I'm also from the countryside, so there's like not much else to do.
mm,
But I feel like a lot of people are like still outside and whatnot.
I mean, even just going for like a walk. I mean, just do something. Like, don't give your kids like technology until they reach like a certain age.
Oh yeah, I very much agree.
True.
Like, it really like annoys me. Like, how are like parents okay with giving their 3-year-old kid their iPhone, and they're watching like videos?
Oh yeah, those videos, man. Like they're brainwashing children.
Like, why is your kid watching YouTube videos or watching TikTok or making TikTok videos?
Oh man, no, that's not. No, that can't be allowed. I think it breaks like the terms of service or something.
Like, parents are using their kids for views.
Oh, okay. Oh, that. Ooh.
Like making it like unbox like a toy or I don't
Yeah,
know, making them do something stupid.
that
Isn't
feels
that
like
like-
exploitation
wasn't that
sometimes.
already a thing? Just that now it's more popular.
Like, well, I mean, they also do like pranks with their kids. Like they prank their kids about stupid stuff. I don't know.
Oh.
Always doing something dumb.
Oh.
Like, I don't know why people love to use their kids for views.
Well, I don't know. Exploitation.
mean,
guess.
I'm gonna be honest. One thing that kind of sucks about going back to the whole Facebook thing. I mean, maybe if I don't really care about Facebook that much anymore, it'd probably be if my mom kind of just like put me on Facebook, like all my information on Facebook, basically, because she was early to the whole like social media thing, so she basically publicized like everything about my life
No.
on her Facebook. So
No way.
now I'm just like, well, it's already out there. Why do I have to really care about it if I go like a Quest 2 or whatever? I mean, Zuckerberg already knows who I am.
Hmm. Well, they can always collect more information about your preferences and stuff.
Next thing he knows, what's your favorite dinner?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you could figure out with their algorithm.
I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. Once you buy something on Facebook Marketplace, they start to like show that item a lot more.
I mean, that's most selling websites.
Yeah. But I get what you mean. Like,
That's eBay. They know I want my retro tech.
mhm.
They all watched as I spent $150 on a fucking video card for an SE30, and then promptly realized that oh wait, it doesn't work in the SE.
No, bruh.
Yeah, I that's a blunder.
That happens.
A little bit of a blunder, just a tiny bit.
All right. I think Okay. I guess we're gonna end the podcast with final thing because it's been 2 hours, so I think it's appropriate to end it soon. How about for those who have been here, what did you think about this podcast since it's the last episode? Any thoughts, comments, questions?
I mean, it was a great ride. It's been a ride, even though we didn't get to do much with it.
Mm-hmm.
I was here for 2 episodes. I can't really say anything.
Do you even remember?
No, not really.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he should go watch the videos.
Well, to be honest, I was a bad host back then. I was like, I think back then I was a bit more stressed under the recording and all that.
I don't remember anything.
I remember you mentioned back then in 2019 you were working on a Commodore 64 and it was
I don't even have that anymore.
Oh, did you fix it?
No, I think I swapped out the motherboard. That's what I did.
Uh-huh.
And that fixed it. But I kind of swapping the entire motherboard is gonna fix that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I sold that like a very long time ago on eBay.
Okay.
I'm actually working on like a RAM portable that like nobody knows about next to me. It's giving me data errors on the floppy drive, and I want to kill myself because it requires me to disassemble most of the machine just to take the floppy drive out. So I'm gonna go find another floppy drive, and I hope that one worked. And if not, I'm throwing this thing out the window.
Good luck with that.
I'm going to disfenestrate it if it. I mean, one of the weird things though is it had the modern keyboard layout for a machine that's like 30 or 40 years old.
Oh, okay.
Like it's got like the F row up top.
Yeah.
Instead of like on the side.
That's pretty interesting.
Except for the fact that the control keys where cap lock would be, and cap lock is somewhere.
Yeah, so it's like this before it got standardized, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. I hope that fixed the floppy drive, and if not,
good luck with that. What about you, Nolan? Yeah, you. I mean, I know it's your only episode, but.
Oh yeah, it's my only episode.
What do you think about it?
It's I don't know what to say.
Do you like it? Do you think it's?
Oh yeah, it's definitely very fun to like sit in and talk and whatnot. Personally, I can't watch like podcasts because like it's way too long for me.
Oh, I think the idea is like you could put it in the background and do other things.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know why. I just can't like sit and listen to them.
I guess it depends on the person.
Indeed.
Any last words before I end it all?
Any last word?
Subscribe to Doughnut's channel.
Yeah, subscribe to Doughnut channel.
Thanks. Thanks. Okay, well.
Subscribe my OnlyFans.
What?
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's all for.
You're gonna get Doughnut age restriction.
I mean, to be fair, that doesn't really matter. We're ending the podcast ending.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for the 4 years of fun, and I guess we'll see you later. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.